You ladies, you get married to a guy, and this guy probably had kids before, and then somehow he says, I don't want to raise my children from another house, and then you have these stepkids in the same house. Then you go to the shop, and then you enter a boutique, and the first picture that comes to your head is your son wearing a certain shirt and a trouser. And then you buy it, and then you go to the next boutique, and then the second picture that comes to you is your son wearing that clothes. Okay? You have stepkids in the house. And you go home. Oh, my son, try this on. This stepkid is watching. And God is watching. Oh, you're smart. Yay. You look at a woman who has stepkids, and they come with the stepkids, and you can tell who the step is, not by how they look, but even how they are dressing. You can tell that this is an extra tire. She was not part of her plan. He's not my kid. He's not my kid. Let their mother buy it for them. He's not my kid. He's not my kid. Listen, woman. Why did God allow that child in your life? Because he looked at you as a guardian who was going to fulfill what probably their mother might never be able to do. That's how life is designed. You ask children who have grown up from those families, who were tormented, ostracized, isolated as stepchildren. When they grow up, have grown old enough to know, don't worry, something is happening, God is delivering, put that down. When they grow up, something happens, and usually those kids make it better than the children born in that marriage. Have you noticed that they are usually advantaged? Do you know how God does that? He has weighed your heart. There are women whose kids are on drugs, and I want sometimes to sit her down and tell her, there's a way you treated somebody else's kid. I don't know whether you see something there, but men who are spiritual, we see. I know a woman who used to call every kid a muyai. The British call them yobs. Like every other person's child was a yob. Don't bring that muyai in my home. You understand? And then tomorrow you wake up and the kids are the ones on drugs. The kids are the ones robbing. Oh. Now they're exactly what you're calling other people's children. God weighed. And those weights, whether you believe it or not, spiritually, they are still weighing men. Take my word or not. But the reality of life, if you're an examiner of life, because some of you cannot compare spiritual things with spiritual things. You cannot reconcile the realities of the spirit and the experiences that they bring, the consequences. But we have seen it all the time. That stone which was rejected usually becomes the chief cornerstone. Some of you men had children. You had a child outside. You denied, that's not my child. The one you call legitimate is the one you had in marriage, because you're covering shame. Do you know what you're doing to these ones? By rejecting the other one. Some of you don't see life that way.